Welcome to CBSE Class 12 2020-2021 Political Science. Today I am going to teach you from the second book, Politics in India Since Independence, third chapter, Politics of Planned Development. Here again CBSE board has changed some topics, so now I will discuss about these topics. There, political contestation, ideas of development, planning commission and 5 years plan, National Development Council and Niti Aayog. So first point is political contestation or political debate. At the time of independence, Indian economy was basically an underdeveloped economy. Most of our people were very poor, especially because of 200 years of exploitation of the country. Agriculture was the main support of the people of earning. National income was poor and the standard of living was also low compared with USA and the other Western nations. So it was believed that in a democracy or in a democratic country, such a decision should be taken by the approval of people, and also it was important to take advice from the expert environmentalist and economists. But final decision should be taken by people's representative who were in touch with the feelings of the people. So after independence, everyone agreed that the development of India will be possible by economic growth along with social and economic justice. So there was little disagreement over what needed to be done. All our leaders agreed on these objectives: increasing agricultural income, promoting social justice, removal of poverty and reduction in economic inequalities. In other hand, India needed both economic growth as well as social justice. But when it comes to choosing specific policy or method for attaining those objectives, people and experts fully agreed. The fact is, Orissa has one of the largest reserves of untapped iron, where in India the state government has signed Memorandum of Understanding (MoU) with both international and domestic steel mask. The government believes that bringing necessary capital investment, factory will establish and provide a lot of employment opportunities, state development, road, electricity development. But the tribal people or tribal population in this area fears that the setting up of industries would mean displacement from their home and livelihood. The environmentalists fear that mining and industry would pollute the environment. But the central government feels that if the industry is not allowed, it would set a bad example and discourage investments in the country. Okay. So in fact, although all classes of people wanted development, but the idea of development was different from each other. Then India opted parliamentary democracy as an ideal for the welfare of the society. Then left party and right party. Left party means that left party refers to those who are in favor of the poor, helpless people and support government policies for the welfare of the poor people. Then right party. Right refers to those who believe that free competition and market economy alone ensure that progress and that the government should not unnecessarily interfere in economy. Okay. Next topic, ideas of development. Development cannot be described as single word. Development has different meaning of different sections of the people: the rich farmers, the industrial class, the professional among the middle classes and the common men, etc. After independence, there are two models of modern development in front of India. First, the liberal capitalist model as in much of Europe and the US, and the second, socialist model as in the USSR. There are many in India then who were deeply impressed by the Soviet model of development. This included not just the leaders of the Communist Party of India, but also those of the Socialist Party and leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, also within the Congress. There were very few supporters of the American style capitalist development. So the post independence period, the role of state in development process became highly debatable. Now what is liberal capitalist model? Liberal capitalist model, in this economy, the production and distribution of goods and services depend on the market forces of demand and supply. That is why the capitalist economy is termed as a market economy also. Then the socialist model. The Soviet economy was completely marked by state ownership of all means of production, the land, factories and means of transport and communication, etc. But India adopted a midway path of both the models, the liberal capitalist model and the socialist model of mixed economics. Despite various differences, there was a consensus on one point, that development could not be left to private sectors. So there was the need for government to develop a design or plan for the development. Then planning commission was established. Next point is planning commission and 5 years plan. The planning commission was established in March 1950 by Government of India with Prime Minister as chairperson. After India achieved independence, a formal model of planning was adopted by Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru as the chairman. The Constitution of India has guaranteed certain fundamental rights to the citizens of India and encouraged certain directive principles. Okay. India adopted 5 years plan from USSR. What are the functions of planning commission? The planning commission is an institution which formulates 5-year plans of India. Okay, it works as advisory body to the government of India. The Prime Minister is the ex-officio chairman of the planning commission. It generally works under the deputy chairman. Okay. So plan holiday is the term that is used to refer to the period between 1966 and 1969. This period was called a plan holiday because of the government's failure in implementing the third 5-year plan because of war, increase in inflation and lack of resources. No 5-year plan could be made due to Indo-Pakistan war and failure of third plan and acute economic crisis. Now the first 5 years plan. It was set up from 1951 to 1956. The plan document intended to bring the country out of the endless cycle of poverty. K. N. Raj, a brilliant economist involved in drafting the plan, he argued India should hasten slowly, not be in a hurry to have rapid economic development because that could endanger democratic process. So first 5-year plans focused mainly on agricultural sector, including irrigation, dams and power projects. During the first plan, that the mega dam projects such as Bhakra Nangal Dam, Hirakud Dam were undertaken. It also focused on land reforms as a means to achieve rural development as a key to the country's development. Under the zamindari system, the zamindars were the landowners who leased land to tenant farmers. The abolition of the system made farmers the owners of land. Okay. Now the second 5 years plan. It was set up from 1956 to 1961. It was mainly focused on heavy industries under the leadership of P.C. Mahalanobis. Plan reflected socialist pattern of society and was drafted by a group of Indian and foreign economics. Here development should be first was the motto of the second plan. Its main aims were: for First, rapid industrialization with particular emphasis development of basic heavy industries such as iron, steel, heavy chemicals, cement, power, electricity, railway, transport, communications, etc. Then some problems arose in having rapid industrialization. Though the development of industries was considered essential for India's development, because of industry promotes modernization and generous employment opportunities. But also this strategy had major weakness. In the first place, India was technologically backward, so it had to buy precious foreign technology from the world's most technologically advanced nations in global market. It caused foreign exchange difficulties for India. That apparatus industry attract more investment than agriculture. The neglect of agricultural sector adversely affected the possibility of food shortage. It pushed up prices for agricultural and consumer goods to a problematic level. Indian planners found balancing industry and agriculture really very difficult. Self-sufficiency in food grains, expansion in employment opportunities, expanding basic industries like steel, chemicals, fuel and power. There was tremendous increase in the defense budget in the wake of Chinese aggression in 1962 and war with Pakistan in 1965. Three main factors delayed the finalization of the fourth five-year plan. First, Indo-Pakistan War in 1965, two successive war and general rise in prices. Instead, between 1966 and 1969, their annual plans were formulated within the framework of the draft outline of the fourth plan. Next point, National Development Council. National Development Council or NDC is an executive body established by the Government of India in August 1952, which is neither a constitutional or nor a statutory body like Planning Commission. Okay, it is an apex body to take decisions on matters related to approval of five-year plans of the country. Prime Minister is the ex-officio chairman of the NDC. So, NDC was guideline of Planning Commission. NDC was an advisory body to the Planning Commission. Now, what is objectives or aims? To secure cooperation of states in execution of the plan, to strengthen and mobilize the effort and resources of the nation in support of the plan, to promote common economic policies in all vital spheres, to ensure the balanced and rapid development of all parts of the country. Now, what is function? To prescribe the guidelines for the preparation of the national plan, including the assessment of resources for the plan, to consider the national plan as prepared by the Planning Commission, now it is replaced by Niti Aayog, to make an assessment of the resources required to implement the plan, to consider important questions of social and economic policy affecting national development, to review the working of the national plan from time to time, to recommend such measures that are necessary for achieving the aims and targets set out in the national plan. National Development Council is composed of the members mentioned below. Prime Minister of India, Chairman of NDC, Chief Ministers of all states, Administrators of all Union Territories, all Cabinet Ministers, members of the Planning Commission, now Niti Aayog. The Secretary of the Planning Commission is also the Secretary of the NDC. The administrative assistance is also provided by the Planning Commission, now Niti Aayog. So finally, NDC is the highest body below the Parliament. It is basically responsible for planning for social and economic development or total development of a country. Because draft of five-year plans prepared by the Planning Commission, then first submitted to the Union Cabinet. After its approval, it is placed before the NDC for its acceptance. Then the plan is presented to the Parliament for its approval. Then it emerges as the official plan published in official gazette through gazetted officers. Okay. Now, next point is Niti Aayog. The Niti Aayog is a national institution for transforming India. It is a policy think tank that was established to achieve sustainable development goals through cooperative federalism. Cooperative federalism encourages healthy competition among states. Niti Aayog was established in 2015, replacing Planning Commission, providing both directional and policy inputs. While designing strategic and long-term policies and programs for the Government of India, Niti Aayog also provides relevant technical advice to the centre and states. The Government of India, in keeping with this reform agenda, constituted the Niti Aayog to replace the Planning Commission instituted in 1950. It scrapped the 60 years of Planning Commission. This was done in order to better serve the needs and the aspirations of the people of India. At the core of Niti Aayog's creation are two hubs, Team India Hub and the Knowledge and Innovation Hub. The Team India Hub leads the engagement of states with the central government, while the Knowledge and Innovation Hub builds Niti's think tank capabilities. These have replaced the two key tasks of the Aayog. Present composition of Niti Aayog. Chairperson Sri Narendra Modi, Honorable Prime Minister, Chief Executive Officer Sri Amitabh Kant. Its features. Niti Aayog is developing itself as a state-of-the-art resource center with the necessary resources, knowledge and skills that will enable it to act with speed, promote research and innovation, provide strategic policy vision for the government, and deal with some issues. Niti Aayog's entire activities can be divided into four main heads: design policy and program framework, foster cooperative federalism, monitoring and evaluation, think tank, and knowledge and innovation hub. Its initiatives include 15-year roadmap, 7-year vision, strategy and action plan, Atal Innovation Mission, medical education reform, agricultural reforms, reforms of the Agricultural Produce Marketing Committee Act, agricultural marketing and farmer friendly reforms, etc. As a part of a national development agenda, it is also being worked upon. Now, example of its works are like reforms in agriculture, reform in medical education, digital payment movement, Atal Innovation Mission, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So, these are the main concepts of this chapter. Thank you.